Just shut the fuck up when grown folks is talking.
What up, world? It's your boy, Coolie, man.
You got AK the Chief in the building.
And y'all know what it is. It's time to plug them headphones in, put the kids to bed, and let's begin to listen. It's GrownUpsTalk. Today we're going to talk about slow leaks. That's right, I said it, slow leaks. All the informants. We got some questions. We got to understand this one. Let's go.
What up, world? What's going on with y'all?
What up, AK?
What up, Coolie? What's good?
I can't call it brother. I can't call it.
Okay, another day, another episode.
You know. Now, I mean, just working on these streams, working on this income, working on building a better us. You feel me?
Facts.
Shit, I'm going to take this time to dedicate this to you, to our fans, our supporters, our listeners, to everybody that's fucking with us on Mondays as we drop these audios, and everybody that's fucking with us on Wednesday as we drop these visuals. They take a special type of you to appreciate a special type of us, and we appreciate that.
Most definitely, you already know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it, do it. Tell a friend and do that shit again.
And y'all stop acting all fucking stank. If you on Instagram, Spotify, iHeartRadio, anywhere where you could put our name in the search engine and GrownUpsTalk podcast pops up.
So what to do, Coolie?
I need y'all to hit that motherfucking link.
Let's get it.
Yo, I need y'all to do another thing. Know what I mean? Just one more thing. Know what I mean? I need y'all to go check out, you know what I mean, Lane's Barbershop on Congress Ave. Know what I mean? I need y'all to go there first. The reason I need y'all to go there first is because he gonna get you right. He gonna get your line right. He gonna make sure you looking dead right. So you can go over to 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe, and have a good time. Know what I mean? We know you want to look grown. We know you want to look sexy. So you got to go there. You got to get right. You feel me? Then you got to go over to the bar, bag some ladies bag some fellas, have some drinks, ladies bag ladies, however you want to do it. But just be grown, be sexy, have a drink, have good times, go home and have some more fun. You feel me? 631 Middletown Ave, Middletown Cafe, and Lane's Barbershop. Holla at 'em.
Okay.
Y'all like how I mixed that one up? I know some of y'all gonna be feeling that one this week. Yeah, your boy. Don't mind me, man. I'm just a little bit turned up, like I said. Working on me, you know what I mean? Building a better me, and I feel good about it. You know?
Nothing wrong with that.
But AK, man, it's a lot going on in the world, we know.
Okay.
Know what I mean? Again, RIP to Nipsey, but looking at what happened to Nipsey and like digging deep back in, and research on our people, I've been looking at a common thread. You feel me? It's a common thread of slow leaks, bro. It's definitely slow leaks, and they always find their way into the situation to cause the demise of our great leaders, at least a large amount of our great leaders. You know what I mean? Or things that we got going on in the community, they try to be a part of the demise of it. I don't understand it. I know you 9 times out of 10 you're gonna understand it, but I do believe it's a conversation we need to have, bro.
Okay. Yeah, I'm willing to have the conversation. You know, that's what we do. We talk about shit that people don't talk about.
Real shit.
Or you know, tend to talk about behind closed doors,
right,
and not publicly. So
right.
Hey, let's get it.
My question is, I just gotta know, why is it so easy all the time for our people to turn on our people? Like, it could be small shit, right? Homegirls turning on homegirls over their relationships. Dudes turning on they friends or they bros for their relationships. Whatever, or it could be, a big leader in our community, somebody in their organization, become an informant or become, a person that ends up getting paid off to put it to a stop, or paid off to stop that leader. Like, why is it always so easy for our people to turn on our people and cause the demise of the great things or the things that we have going on in the right direction?
So, let me give you my assumption. Honestly, I think first is deep rooted down to self-hate. I think if it first starts there for any type of demise of the next man, brother or sister, right? So I mean, to want to tarnish or bring down anything or anybody that's doing for us as a people, and I mean, it's just well, you could put these people in great categories, and if you could bring yourself to harm these people or take these people's lives for the other man, right? That's just self-hate. You don't love yourself enough to see your people do better. You don't love yourself enough to see your brother do better.
Right.
You don't love yourself enough just to see change. If you can be easily manipulated.
Right.
Thank you for helping me out with that.
I got you.
Easily manipulated by anything money, fame, fortune, and any of that stuff, that's any materialistic stuff. I mean, it's just foolish. It's just foolish.
So I was watching the first Purge, right? So I forgot the leader of the gang or leader of the organization in the hood. I forgot his name, but one of his dudes he told not to purge. He ended up sending 2 chicks to the crib to get rid of him so he could be the man. And because there's also that aspect, for me,
right.
And it could be self-hate where we can't see somebody else that look like us in that spot. We gotta see ourselves or nobody in
right.
that spot.
That's even exactly that's self-hate. You don't love your brother enough to want to see him, do good or man.
It's tough, bro.
Yeah,
that's why we having this convo.
Yeah, that shit is crazy because it coins the phrase everybody want to be chiefs and there's not
enough Indians.
There's not enough Indians, right?
Yeah.
So just play your role sometimes in that situation right there that you just spoke on. Yeah, to want to bring someone down for doing great and to be a snake in the grass while doing it and smiling in the person's face, and that shit is the devil.
Bruh,
shit is the devil.
What would you call your defense in that though? We out here, we doing what we doing. We got the podcast, we got some stuff that we doing behind the scenes. To like I said, to better us and get us right and do better for our family. Create that wealth for the generations to come. But what measures do you take, or what measures do you see yourself taking to eliminate that from being a factor? That even if it is a slow leak, or if it is somebody trying take down whatever you building up, you feel me? Somebody trying to be the wrecking ball to your building. What measures can you take, or do you see yourself taking to prevent that shit? Because sometimes that shit come left field, bro. The person you least expect, shit like that. It just be wild. It just really be wild. It could be somebody you met, you get them in, they a big help to what you building, and the whole time they helping just to get closer and closer to, to put it all to an end.
That's a great question. honestly, seeing how things been played out in history and still being carried out, there's honestly little to almost nothing you can do, but besides have a team that everyone is on the same page, right?
Mm-hmm.
And meaning, if we're successful, right? There's no one that's gonna be. We're all gonna be the Barack Obamas and not the Bill Clintons. Meaning, there's gonna be a team of elites. So there's no media. There's no Monica Lewinsky type of situations going on,
right,
to where they can hold that against us. Because that's the only thing I believe that they would have on someone in the organization, to where, like, if it's not bad, then it's a leverage, like, oh, the money or whatever the case may be.
right.
If we all eating, we all getting full, we all, keeping our nose clean from trouble and shit like that. There's really no
reason,
right to be approached.
That's my same idea, or that's my same thought. Like, you feel me? If you on and somebody you calling your bro is out here fucked up and you ain't doing nothing to help him, that creates that energy. Like, that even if you know they a solid dude, or that energy 9 times out of 10 won't come from that area. But if you ain't trying to help put your people in the situation to eat, or bringing them with you, like your immediates, period. Like, if they your bro, they came up with you through thick and thin, and you just shit on everybody, I feel like that's the energy that creates that. Like, you feel me? If they was with you and they was helping you get to where you going, I don't see why you should stop eating with them. Like, you feel me? Like, you my bro. If
unless, Coolie, because you can't necessarily always say that, because no matter how much you feed some people, or it's this picture or so, or a post or something, right? So it's this guy. He had one boat,
right,
and like you said, everybody that he knew that was close to him, he picked up, put on that boat. And when they got on the boat, everybody that he put on the boat started taking pieces off his boat to make their own boat.
Right.
So by the time everybody had their own boat, he ain't have a boat.
Right.
Cause he didn't
secure his own shit. But so when I'm saying eat with your people, like, you feel me? I'm not saying you feeding them. Like, I'm saying you putting them in a position to make it themselves. Like,
Mm-hmm.
And if they so happen to fuck up, like, show like help to see where they mind at. Like, of course you're gonna go see where they mind at. Go chill with them, kick it with them, see where they mind at, see what they got planned, what's their next move type shit. And if they ain't got one, try to help them figure out the next move. Like, not actually go prep the food, bring it to them and say, "Huh, my nigga, you eat just 'cause I'm eating." Like, that's you could do that. Like, that's respected. But to me, if I put you in a position to eat yourself and you fuck it up, or something happened where it fucks up, I should at least be checking to make sure, you got a plan B, or you straight. And if you got a plan B and you need my help to fund it, or some shit like that, like, I can help you with it. Or do you need my help? Like, that type of shit.
Okay.
When I'm saying, like, when you leave them out on the island, or you just straight say fuck it, like, I give you that one shot, that's all you got. Like,
let me give you
so, cause if somebody teach me how to fish, I run out of bait. I might need, let me get a piece of bait real quick. I got one over here. I know I can get.
So, right, what let me give you a hypothetical off your hypothetical, right?
All right.
So, you know what I mean? What if everybody around you is doing good? And everybody that's, you know what I mean, everybody around you is doing good. I mean, it's your team, and I mean, and whoever your team associated with, that's the people that's around you. You know what I mean? You making their lives better, they making yours better, shit building, right? But, right, we got people that's outside of that, and it's envious of you because of they not a part of your team. They not receiving or getting the benefits that you throwing out there.
Right.
It's not that they can't be a part of it, you know what I mean? But pride, you know how that is? You know the pride. Niggas ain't going, you know what I mean? Niggas don't want it like that. So, you know what I mean? Those, I think, sometimes would be the crabs in the bucket or the slow leak sometimes, the people that think they deserve the throne that you're sitting in, they should be the one that's doing exactly what you doing. Or there are some people that's able to do it, but it's probably not getting the same love that you receiving.
I get you.
You know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying.
And those could be the people that, let me throw a knife in his back, because if I get him out the way, then
all doors are open for me.
Right. They all gotta run my way, because I can do the same thing he's doing.
Right. I get you. I just don't see why, instead of just doing it, like
But no, I'm saying we gotta answer the question. My question is, what do you do to prevent that?
Just keep doing you, and it like if at the end of the day, if it's just somebody trying to throw a wrench in what you got going on, if it ain't taking your life, I mean, you just stick to the plan. Because if they trying to come for your life, then I mean, you just gotta fight for your life. Like, you feel me? Like that's the only thing I could say.
Right. Or you could do some King Arthur shit. And you know how King Arthur, seriously,
I know. I just know you about to drop a gem with
what King Arthur did, right? King Arthur, that nigga, he went to all his enemies, and that's how he got the Knights at the Round Table, because all the Knights at the Round Table is his enemies, is the people that he had problems with, and he I mean, made amends with, and I mean, fought the bigger problem.
Right.
So I mean, he made his enemies his allies. And I mean, if we all doing the same shit, fighting for the same cause, trying to get the same results, then if we do this shit together, it's somebody else that's holding us back.
Right.
I.e., like, I don't want to put no motherfucking niggas gotta read between the lines on that shit. Seriously, I don't want to put
my nigga can't find no words.
No, I can't, bro. I can't. But just read between the lines. I hope. Know what I mean, I ain't too sloppy with it. But yeah, man.
A couple more shots, it'll start flowing. I get you. But so my other question is, like, I mean, so you know, Al Sharpton, the footage came out about him. I mean, him being a Fed informant. I mean, working to take people down or whatever, and doing undercover shit. Everybody know about Jesse Jackson. I mean, everybody know about the dude that infiltrated the Black Panthers. Like, we know all, about the historical figures. I mean, even down to the allegations that Jay-Z went and told the big heads at the record labels what Irv Gotti, Jay Prince, Irv Gotti, Dame Dash, and Suge Knight, what they was trying to do by being the first black-owned distribution company. They were supposed to take 30 mil each, you know what I mean, and put it together. So it's allegations that he went back and told. So basically, what I'm getting at is, how do we start to work towards eliminating that, to make that not even a glorified thing or I mean a glorified thing to look at for that when that comes across the table to somebody, hey yo, help me out, do this, I mean, I'll take care of you this way, I'll do that for you, blah blah blah. And you could just look at them like, first of all, I know you gotta be a solid dude. Everybody not solid though. Like, you feel me? How do we just erase that from being okay or the all right thing? Like, I mean, for people to sit down and look at that deal and be like, yeah, fuck it, I'm gonna do it.
So, you asking me, how do we make that?
Yeah. How, like, what is your thoughts? Ain't nobody else in the room. Yo, what's your thoughts on us changing that narrative? Like, what do you think we could do to change that narrative? To let them know, like, yo, not only are you looking at taking down somebody that looks like you, trying to do something to better our area or our people in general, or better themselves, instead of trying to be that demise, don't be. Like, I mean, look, you should feel better about not taking that deal, not being, I mean, that person to cause that demise or go out and kill them because, I mean, somebody offered you the bread to go kill this positive figure.
No, that ties into everything we've been saying all night tonight. The fact that, you know, there's a whole bunch of chiefs and not enough Indians. Everybody want to be the head honcho, and if you see opportunity where you're not going to be on that throne and you got a clear vision or you got a clear road or opportunity to sit upon the throne, and you got people, I mean, that possibly that can do that before you, it's sometimes a dog-eat-dog world, and that doesn't matter race, creed, shape, color, or gender sometimes. I think business or money per se is the root of all evil. And I mean, money, you know, doesn't have a racial factor, and sometimes our people, meaning, you know, yeah, us, tend to do a bit more that one would say, sell their soul or go against their morals, than I guess in another race. Typically because, I mean, we come from nothing a lot of the times, and right. I mean, what we're used to facing in majority of the minorities live in a, you know, in a fucked up situation. Not fucked up per se to where, you know, niggas is struggling, but he's living in the hood, so it's poverty. Right. You live in a poverty, I mean, infested area. So, with that being said, when this opportunity to get out, or, I mean, yeah, just to get out, niggas tend to take that shit 100 miles running. Like, nah, fuck that, fuck on my way, nigga, like, yo, and then, let's say, nigga, you made it there, right? And you in a good standard. You not, cause this the answer to your whole question, right?
Fuck with it,
so yeah, you made it there and shit, and you got bread, and it becomes at that point, I believe, the throne.
Right.
It's not the bread. It's about who's the biggest. And I mean, for my people in this area right here.
Right.
So
see, I get all of the, I mean, everybody gotta provide. Every male gotta be a protector and a provider for their situation, their village, they tribe, however you want to put it. I mean, they home, their family, all of that. Like, you feel me? I'm just not a firm believer in having it. Yeah, like not so much cutthroat. It's just if I believe I can be in that position that somebody else is in, or I can do better in that position that somebody else is in, that means I have to outthink them in a way that I'm not gonna cause their demise by killing them or crush their whole shit. I could just out hustle them, or outsmart them in that hustle, some shit like that. Like, you feel me? Like, I don't see myself stepping on nobody like that. And I know in business, it's seen as, like you said, a dog-eat-dog world. But I just don't feel like, I gotta go sit down with, no agents to come together to cause that person to fall. So I'm the next one. Like, I don't feel like me personally, I gotta do that, or I would sit down and do that. Like, you feel me? And I know, like you said, situations are different because it's usually the person that's either in that organization that's reaping the least benefits and fucked up, and they just want to get out and be told that your family gonna be straight no matter what. We can make it happen, and that's how they get them. Like, you feel me? But I just don't feel like that should be. I feel like every man should be working hard enough for that not to be the issue. Like, you can't come to my table with that because I'm already working hard enough to get to where I gotta go. And if I don't land on there, then I'll land where I was supposed to be, type shit. Like, you feel me? That's my mindset on it. That's how I feel. I know it's always gonna be slow leaks. It's always gonna be niggas that don't feel they getting enough of the pie. You know what I mean? Or they envious of you because you that smart and you that agile with your hustle that you just always adapting and coming out on top of the situation. And it's always gonna be that type of shit. And there's always gonna be somebody trying to cut your throat in this shit, period. Even if it's once you get to where you feel you at the top, there's other niggas that's on the top looking at you like, nigga, how you get here? Or let me put a stop to that. Like, you feel me?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, like, not to quote Drake, but when you said at the top, it isn't lonely. So, right. That's a true statement. I believe I ain't never been on the top, but but I'm pretty sure there's other people up there. When I get up there, and in order to stay up there, everybody can't fit.
Yeah, but bruh, for me to get up there, to get to the top and see faces that I can recognize or that I see, like, I see that face. I could relate to that face. Like, I could relate to that person. Like, you feel me? That is a little bit more easy when you get up there because they say it's lonely at the top. They used to say it's lonely at the top because when you get at the top, it's like you're the only one at the top of your kind or from your situation. Like, it's a whole bunch of people that haven't been through what you've been through, don't even know where you're coming from with it. Like, but now Drake saying it's not lonely at the top, so it's a little bit more comfortable up there. I would like to be able to, when I get up there, I want to see even more people. Like, you feel me? No, like, I want to just, my mind state is let's get as many of us up there as possible. I know everybody ain't a boss. Everybody, think they a boss, but everybody ain't an actual boss. But I think that'll be proven through the work ethic and the actual time and energy and effort that you put into what you're trying to do. That's what separates a boss from a worker. Like, you feel me?
But in a sense of what you talk about when you talking your peers and everybody on top, depending on how everybody got on top, there's gonna be a definitely friendly competition.
Oh yeah.
And sometimes friends. A lot of times in most comics, the arch enemy start off as your best friend. Yeah. So, with business and money and shit like that, like, it tends to get rough. A lot of times, you see the stories, you see how the shit go.
Yeah, you definitely do.
A lot of people can't grasp hold of that shit. Like I said, it's just, of the feeling of not having, you tend to sometimes go a little bit overboard, or you get a little bit too greedy to where, like, yo, I don't ever want to go back to that place, nigga. So regardless of what, it's not gonna happen. So I think, and what causes the self-demise
Right.
to cause the next man's demise.
Yeah.
When you look at it to where it's a race instead of a marathon.
Yeah. No point intended. Yo, nah, cause I'm looking at it like, I mean, shout out to IB Trizzy, I mean, but he every day he posts, man, G. Be a boss or be a boss. Like, I mean, his mentality is, I'm a boss and I'm gonna be a boss no matter what. Like, you feel me? So I have the similar mindset. Like, I don't have to tell the world, oh, I'm a boss all day until I become a boss. I'm gonna work hard. I'm a boss. I'm gonna work hard to be a boss because I don't see it no other way for me. Like, you feel me? I'm not, I'm a boss, but I'm a worker. You feel me? Like, even though you gotta scratch, crawl, and fucking bite to get to the top of being a boss, like, I just feel like everybody should be putting in enough effort. Because the thing that irks me is like what Mano said. Like, for me, Mano was on a Breakfast Club recently, and he was like, yo, it's motherfuckers that'll see you, I mean, doing what you doing, shining, getting your shit. Like, for me, perfect example of a slowly or just somebody that's ready to cause a demise of somebody else that look like them. You feel me? You chilling, you doing your shit, you grinding, you going hard. This person got, they behind the child support. They from couch to couch. They ain't got bread in their pocket. They don't know where it's gonna come from. Instead of trying to fix all of that, which is what a boss would do, or which is somebody who's on top would be trying to do, is get all of that in line before anything else. The first thing on their list is, I'm gonna kill this nigga. You feel me? The most important thing on their list is taking you out. Why is that instead of getting your child support straight, instead of getting your finances straight, your home straight, like instead of fixing yourself first before you worried about killing somebody or before you worried about causing somebody else demise, because at the end of the day, you're gonna cause that demise or you're gonna take that person out, but you still got your problems. So you still they're gonna be gone, you're not gonna be seeing them doing what they're doing, but you still dealing with what you gotta deal with. Like, that is the type of shit that's the reason why I want to have this conversation. Like, why is it that we don't focus on that and we so focused on causing the next person demise? Like, me personally, I don't get it because that ain't how I operate.
Because, I think that mind state of people, they lack that thought of, let me take care of my priorities and let me not take care of my priorities and get rid of this nigga so I can take this spot. So I just think that it's the saying I was just thinking of, or I was trying to get together, but bear with me. It don't go like this, but it goes something like this. Something about every great leader was a follower at one point. Yeah. So in order to be a great leader, you got to know what it takes to follow. You gotta have been there. You gotta have done the footwork.
Right.
And a lot of times people see people in their success and they haven't seen the footwork.
Right.
So they just
out of nowhere see this person successful. Like.
Right. And I can take that success, by ending this person's life. And the fucking crazy thing is a good thing we're talking about this shit. Cause listen, the crazy thing is now, it's cool to motherfucking to do shit like this. Yeah. To take your friends out and shit like that. Yeah. It's, I don't know the kid name, but
the rapper, I forgot his name too. Yeah, he shot 2 or 3 of his best friends.
Yeah, man, and that shit glorified.
Yeah,
he famous off that shit.
Yeah, like that shit. I don't know, bro. I just don't. I can't get jiggy with it, bro. I can't. Like, I just can't fuck with it. Just cause, like, I don't know. I'm just a firm believer.
That ain't no era, Coolie.
No, yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So I'm saying, like, I know somewhere along the way it got lost. Like, and it wasn't passed on properly. You feel me?
Proper guidance is important.
Yeah. But all of this shit it brings me to another conversation I was hearing about. And I indulged in myself. With some of my other peers, like yo, if you make it big, knowing all of this shit going on, or if you not even make it big, like you ain't gotta be a global celebrity, but you just doing good for yourself, and you want to come back and you want to do some shit for your hood or for your neighborhood or for a neighborhood like your hood, like you just want to give back to your people. Period. Do you come back? Do you give back? Do you even do you give back by coming back and showing your face and actually giving back, or do you just send the bread down and send the funds or send your representatives from your organization to go do it for you? How do you feel? I'm not saying what I'm gonna do. Don't give me that look. I'm just saying what
I'm gonna tell you like Uncle Elroy told me.
Uncle
Elroy said, I know when I hit the lottery, I said I wasn't gonna leave the hood, but when I got that money, I was gone. Let me stop.
Yeah. But
Nah, fuck that shit. I'm just a firm believer in one man can change the world.
Right.
So and I was born thinking that was me. So shit, if I ever had that opportunity, bro, I'd definitely jump in that motherfucking jumping on shoes. If I can't fit them, put some socks and
stuff the front.
Stuff the front, right.
Don't ask me when I'm walking for you.
Right.
Jogging and done, right?
Right. The shit.
No, like I'm just looking at it like we obviously again we seen what happened in Nipsey. Like for me, came back trying to do something for somebody. And giving back and caught like he ended up being killed.
So, but my thing is this: for anyone that disagree, Coolie, let me just say this: anyone that wouldn't step in them shoes, but will be out here doing less and dying for less.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, there's niggas that out here and that would say, oh hell no, like nigga, I ain't gonna do shit. I ain't having the government kill me. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. But you go on the fucking block and hustle and shit and beef with poo and whoever the fuck out there and shit and nigga would die for that block. Nigga, yo, die for that block.
Right.
You would die for that shit. Then nigga, at the same time, the same fiends that you was serving, nigga, is gonna go to the
niggas that you was beefing with.
The niggas that you was beefing with, yeah.
Probably the nigga that killed you and cop from them. Like
exactly. So and then your block that you was dying for, yeah, your niggas ain't repping that shit no more.
Right. Or you don't own a piece of property, own it. Like you calling it your block and don't own shit on it. It's your block because you make money on it. There's probably businesses on that block that make money on it too. Like you dying for a block that you don't own anything on. That's gonna be here hundreds of years after you. Like you feel me? Like you ain't got nothing. You don't own anything on the block. And if you do own something on that block, then I'm 9 times out of 10 you ain't out there with the bullshit. Like you trying to keep what you got. Like
facts. And if you ain't dying for a block, you're dying for a gang. And a lot of times these kids joining the gang and don't know where the beef is even over.
Or don't even know what the game really represents.
Right.
They know what they see in the media and want to chase the image that was glorified and put on the TV in front of them instead of understanding the actual roots of why it was created. What it does it really mean? Like, you know what I mean? Crips I know that say Nipsey was cripping right. Like he was cripping the right way. Like
yeah, because a lot of even though the Crips is there's not an acronym for Crips, but Bloods. If I'm not mistaken, brotherly love over destruction or something. I gotta look it up. But if you look it up, it's an acronym for all that shit, and it's positive acronym.
Right.
Like when people say slime,
they started for to get money, and protect. Most importantly, protect their people, protect their neighborhood. Like for wrong shit being done to them, and getting money was a part of it, yeah, but like it's not all of this shit that you see glorified in all the shenanigans, man, all the bullshit. Like you feel me? Like y'all gotta reevaluate the shit. And that's what Nick was doing. He was telling y'all reevaluate it. It's a right way to do this shit and a wrong way to do this shit. Like you feel me? But I mean, again, I don't want to let that man rest. You feel me? But it just.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just
No,
want to get this. It says, brotherly love overcomes overrides and destruction. So, I mean, that's actually a positive meaning for, you know, such a violent game.
Right.
Yeah, and it's
But I mean, like I'm asking these questions because these are questions that I feel we need to be asking ourselves. Like, you feel me? Like, if given the opportunity, are you willing to cause the demise of somebody else just because you're not in that slot? Like, I mean, if you know that person doing good, if you know you was fucked up and you went to that person and they can actually help you because, I mean, you ain't there to cause no fuckery with what they got going on, why go in there and cause their demise? Why try to fuck with it? Like, you feel me? Like, I just don't get it. Like, I'm not trying to wrap my mind around it because I don't want to think like that. Like, you feel me? It's just questions I feel like we need to talk about. We need to have these conversations because there's people out here that, I'll snitch in a minute. I mean, that's you. That's the cloth you cut from. But you shouldn't be out here doing dirt and putting yourself in a position to snitch if you know you're gonna snitch. Like, stay the fuck away from me. You ain't built for that. Like, it go back to I mean, something I always say. Everybody got a role. Just know yours and play it. Like, you feel me? Play your role. Like, period. Like, you ain't gotta be all over. You ain't gotta be the captain of every team, the head coach, the GM. You ain't gotta be that guy on every team. Everybody ain't Michael Jordan. Everybody ain't Kobe. Everybody ain't LeBron. Like, you feel me? There's Steve Kerrs that make impacts in moments. Like, you feel me? There's Scottie Pippins. There's Shaqs. There's Derek Fishers. There's key players that aren't necessarily the franchise player or the guy on the team.
Jordan wouldn't be done without Pippen.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And for it to, like, a lot of the times, it be the Pippen that causes the Jordan's demise. Why, bro? You shining, you getting yours, just get it. Like, so for me, like, I always wanted to be able to get out here, get bread in a massive way, and not necessarily have to be in front of the camera all the time, like, and not necessarily have to be chasing down, no attention to nothing from nobody. I want to build a fortune, and not a lot of people know about me because I want to be able to just chill with my shit. Like, you feel me? If somebody else wanted to be the Jordan, cool. Like, whatever you need from me, we gonna get this bread. If that's my role, that's my role. Like, you feel me? And if I have to be, if I gotta help carry Jordan to the bench in the flu game, I'ma do that. Like, you feel me? Or Jordan go out because he got 6 fouls and I gotta step up and take over the last 2 minutes of the game, I'm gonna do that.
Let me tell you about this a post I seen, right, about the Jordan and the flu.
Oh my God!
It said,
let me guess, it was a fluke.
No. It said Jordan acting like it was so tough to play the game with the flu when Magic Johnson was playing with HIV.
Oh my God, bro. Yo, I ain't even gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it on camera. I ain't gonna do it while we recording. I'm gonna school you to some shit after this. But yeah, I get you though.
No. I'm just posting the funny post.
No, I get you. Brother.
Why you gotta get me?
Nah, I get what you was getting at. Is what I meant though. But yeah, man, I just think it's a mentality that we really need to reevaluate, bro. Like, if your situation fucked up, seek help, reach out for the help before you thinking, because you go take somebody else's life or, cause somebody else's organization to be dismissed or cause their demise, and then you think you jump in that situation You don't know the groundwork they put in. You don't know the links that they had to get the shit pumping the way it was. You ain't just gonna pick up where, like, it's not like the shit come with a handbook. It's just like, this is what they do.
Facts.
Like, motherfuckers be acting like I'm gonna just knock them out the situation. Everything just gonna fall in my lap. Like, no, you gonna be the same fucked up person in the same fucked up position, just now with more light on you. Like, just because you got more light don't mean you less fucked up. It just means more people see that you fucked up. Like, that shit, I really don't get it. Like, I really don't.
Yeah, real shit. But, you know, it's some people that actually got away with bringing people to their demise. So, you know, people that's actually convincing our people to do it probably got a book of people that's successful.
Mm-hmm.
And like, listen, you done did this.
But you know, this person wasn't that right.
Right.
I know I mean.
So, you know what I mean? It'll make you think, oh shit, maybe I could do it too.
Right.
But shit, even with the success rate, you know what I mean? It's still, that shit right there should be an eye opener. If you was presented a book that, you know what I mean, of a successful kills among your people, you know what I mean, or people that was trying to make a change in general, that shit should be an eye opener right there.
Right. It definitely should.
Like, nigga, what?
Yeah. Cause so you had hit me up earlier, and you had asked me an OD serious question. Like, if I had the chance to do some shit for my people and my community, but I know it will cause me my life, would I do it? Mm-hmm. Immediately I say yeah. Immediately. Mm-hmm. Because after I say yeah, you was like, yeah, but what about your kids? And I was like, my kids are my people too. Like, you feel me? Like, shit like that. People be scared. Like, you started to touch on it. Like, people be scared. Like, hell no, I ain't gonna do A, B, C, and D for our people as a whole to, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna risk my life for everybody to do it, but I'll risk my life for this block. Mm-hmm. Like, I mean, I think that we gotta start looking at the bigger picture. And I ain't trying to be too preachy. I'm just trying to be serious. I'm trying to be grown up with this conversation. Like, you feel me? Not even trying to be grown up with this conversation. Like, I think it's a serious thing that we gotta look at, the mentality. Like, we really gotta start changing that narrative. Like, what are we ready to celebrate? Because as we all know, we in the era of celebrating, I mean, the snitch, like, you feel me, or the slow leak. We celebrate that person instead of celebrating the person that probably, I mean, not in a situation of somebody like just being out here wilding, causing mad murders, whatever. But I'm talking about in the slow leak as far as you causing demise to things that are actually working or bettering your community or bettering your situation or the situation around you.
Or it's going to change.
Right.
It's
like,
going to be a change.
It's creating a foundation for change to better out the better the life for the next generations coming. You wanna cause that demise for them. Like, to me, it just I don't get it. I don't see the correlation. I don't see how that equates to me. Like, it just don't make sense to me. I'm not on that level, I guess. Just not on that level.
Yeah, that type of shit, we're never gonna be able to understand. That's some true fuckboy shit. Yeah, honestly, you gotta be some type of a fuckboy to get jiggy with that shit, to want to bring your people down. Right. So, right. Yeah, you ain't gonna never be able to understand that shit, Coolie. Maybe you can get a fuckboy up here. We can interview him. So if you,
oh man.
If you feeling like you killed some shit like that, nigga, you a fuckboy. Hit me up.
Nah, stay the fuck away from us.
Hit me up. We're gonna do an interview.
Stay the fuck from around us, man. We don't need none of that energy, man.
We don't need the energy. Just know we straight over here. We straight. That we
This
must
is
have.
what you do. You drop a long fucking comment explaining your fuckboy ways, and I mean maybe everybody that look at this shit when we post it can get a better understanding. We can do it that way, like, you feel me?
Yes, I guess I'm ready to however you want to do it. You want to come sit down here and explain yourself in your fuckboy ways.
Yeah.
You gotta give everybody opportunity, Coolie. That's the thing. Everybody get the opportunity to sit in this hot seat right here. And not even a hot seat, but it's gonna be hot for this right here. You come with some bullshit like that.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, yo, if y'all get a chance too, right? Y'all in the edibles, y'all in the, y'all into the better life of marijuana. Y'all smoke, y'all cheat, whatever the case. But edibles is specifically for what I'm about to tell y'all, man.
Coolie was just telling me we straight in Connecticut.
Bro, oh yeah, they just passed the bill in Connecticut, like,
yes,
you know what I mean?
let people know about that.
They can no longer tell you that you can't be hired if you fail a piss test for marijuana. That bill is across and passed. We are good. So, chief away, my people. Chief away. But yeah, man, go on Instagram. Feel me? Catch a vibe too. Go to that Instagram page, man. Check out those edibles, man. Check out the business that's going on. Know what I mean, it's a black-owned business. They definitely getting it. They definitely putting it out there. They all the way right with it. And shit fire, bro. Shit fire. I ain't gonna lie to you. Shout out to Catch a Vibe. You feel me? Again, before you go to 631 Middletown Ave, after you hit up Bart at Lane's Barbershop, go catch a vibe. You feel me? Or catch a vibe before all of that, so you could be vibing the whole way through. You feel me? Catch a vibe, man. Go hit up that Instagram page at Catch a Vibe too. I just had to get that one in there. I told them, I was gonna hit him up with the little slot real quick. Told him I was gonna shout him out, so I wanted to make sure I did that. You feel me?
Facts.
But yeah, yo, shit, I don't know what else to talk about on this one, bro. I ain't gonna fuck with it.
Yeah, I don't think we should go too deep in that shit because it's gonna end up just bringing that shit somewhere we don't want to bring it.
Yeah.
It's just too sensitive of a subject, for one, to not feel no type of way about, especially with the most recent, tragedy that transpired. Yeah, I just think, we wet the whistle.
Right, yeah. I'm pretty sure people gonna
have their opinion.
They're gonna have their opinions. I want this to start the conversation. Like, you feel me? I know we didn't cover everything. I know that. I know it's points
we barely scratched the surface.
Right, and I know it's points we could have made. We could have dug deeper on and all that. But that's for y'all. We started this conversation for y'all to think about this topic. And either hit us up or have the conversation amongst yourselves about what you think on this topic. Like, you feel me?
And then if you're not the fuckboy in this occasion, and you got some real shit to add.
Right.
It's a part two. There's always room for that shit. You just hit us up, and that seat is always available. If you got a second person, we got another mic.
Yeah. It ain't nothing but opportunity here, man. It's space for everybody to come in here and rock out. We can make this thing.
We try to show love. That's all it's about.
Shake right on, roll this bitch, man, for real. But yeah, man. I need y'all to take away from this episode. I need y'all to take simply this, man. Everybody has their role. Know yours and play it. It's okay to be number two. Everybody can't be number one. Be number two, or take your slot for what it is and celebrate the fuck out of that. Because at least you finished the fucking race. That's it, man. Know your mission. Go for it as best as you can. And play your role all the way through.
Facts.
You know what I mean? I am Coolie Man. You can find me everywhere under the name of Coolie Man. If you can't find me there, you can find me anywhere GrownUpsTalk.
Okay. You already know the motto. Like, share, and follow. If you didn't do it. Do that shit again. Tell a friend to do that shit again. Hey. Shout out to 1738.
Yeah.
This your boy, Kid Chief, signing out, checking off. You know what I'm saying? If you're looking for me. If you're looking for me, you can find me anywhere GrownUpsTalk. And if you can't find me there, you can definitely find me anywhere GrownUpsTalk.
Yeah, man. Again, man. Catch a vibe, man. Vibe with us. I mean, holla at us.